But kudos for the matchup because like I'm taking nothing away from the teams because it's like you had to make it there.
That's true. Inter Milan had a great run. Like I said, they
Yeah.
were able to keep up and put Barcelona out
And
in absolute two absolutely amazing games of soccer. Again, they were just both both teams were just on it. Inter Milan, that's why I had hope. I had hope because they came out and did what they had to do against Barcelona, but they just fell completely flat.
yeah, it but the one thing about this whole UCL season is it gives me a lot of hope for the next season because a lot of
Oh
teams were
yeah.
competing at a high
Oh
level,
yeah.
but it also left a lot to be desired.
Uh-huh.
And it's a lot of youth. It's a lot of youth.
Yep. And then those teams are now gonna go back to the drawing board, pick up transfers and all types of stuff.
Who would you say that's competing next year in the UCL's competition has the biggest spotlight on them?
Unfortunately, I'd have to say it would be my boys Barcelona. It would have to be, can you keep that same pace? Can you keep that same form?
Mm, that
Same
is
thing.
true.
Same thing with PSG. I
That's
mean,
true.
they're the champions, so obviously they're going to be expected to see, can you repeat? But I think that Barcelona is going to also have that same. Can you go on that same amazing run again?
Mm, I think what's going to help PSG is um
My bad.
no, it was just I had a thought.
Yeah.
What's going to save PSG is nobody expected them to win,
Uh-huh.
so them winning was just kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah, I do think that they were a bit of an underdog.
And it's not, and I hate to like frame it like they were bad or like
It-
they were a poor team.
yeah,
It's just out of the playing field at the beginning to like nobody really expected it to happen like
yeah,
this. Yeah.
early on. But then once they picked up and they got into form, it was like, okay, they may actually be competing for this.
So they're definitely playing, I guess, like full house or what like they're good. Like
Oh yeah,
they can lose early next year. Nobody is really worried. But I think yeah, you're right. I think definitely the La Liga people are gonna definitely just be looking at the whole La Liga league
yeah.
next year just
Um,
because.
well, I would also say there would be a spotlight on Real Madrid too. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's why because you're gonna have to just. I feel like people are gonna be watching a lot of those games because every game is gonna be important because you're gonna have a new coach at Real and you're gonna have a very high pressure in Barca.